Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. We talk about all things budgeting and finance here. Today we're going to be doing our mid-month check-in where we're going to unstuff our categories for what we've spent so far in the month, check in on those goals and that budget and see where we're at and if we need to make any adjustments moving forward through the rest of the month. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. Alright y'all, let's just jump right in with the cash unstuffing. That's what we're here for. Let's move some money around. So today is the 13th. I just did my cash stuffing for week 2. So we're gonna just jump right in. Gas today, we're taking out $60. Let's do 20, 40, 60. So in gas, we still have 150, 70, 90, 210. Oy. Pets, we're gonna take out 50. Let's try and keep these as condensed as possible. Let's do 210, 20s and a 10. Yeah. So we still have 120, 40, 50, 55 in pets. In subscriptions, we need to take out 35. And I need change already. So we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then we were taking out 35. So let's do 20, 30, and we'll take out the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Which leaves us 55 for the rest of the month. And then parking was fine, I believe. Yeah. So that's it for bills and expenses. For low priority expenses, we're going to go into clothes to start. And we should be taking out 35, but we don't have enough in there. We only have 20, so we're going to take that 20 out and we'll be negative 15 for the rest of the month. But should be able to make that up in the next cash stuffing or two. Coffee, we're taking out $5. So we need change again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now I can take out 5, which will do those singles. So we will have 35 left in coffee. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in singles out. Beauty, we are going to take out 110, which means we should have 10 left over. So we'll drop the 2 50s and the 20 and put back a 10. Books, I think, is fine for now. Entertainment is fine for now. Eating out went negative. We were supposed to take out 215, so we already went over my budget for the month, which sucks. So we're gonna take out that 100, and then I'm gonna try and be a little bit better for the rest of the month about eating out. It just got away from me. I didn't go grocery shopping this week, so eating out was kind of what I ended up doing, which sucks. Gifts is not getting unstuffed. Hobbies is, I got a Nintendo Switch 2 for Valentine's Day. My husband was so sweet. He knew I really wanted one. And it is considered a Valentine's and an anniversary gift. Our anniversary is not until July, but he was like, you know, just very sweet. So I had to get a few things to make that work for like Nintendo Online and stuff like that. So very excited about that, but we're gonna take the full 25 out. So this envelope will be empty moving forward. But yeah, I'm so excited. I love Nintendo. I play Animal Crossing all the time, so I'm very excited about this. Sorry, so household, we're gonna take out 15. There's only 10 in here, so we'll be -5 for now, but we will be able to reconcile that at the end of the month. Miscellaneous is $5, and that just gets taken right out, so we're left with the 2s, and that leaves us 16. Okay, night out was the big envelope this last few weeks. Not even big, but it's so rare for me to overspend in this category. I almost never go out for drinks. And then I went out for a lot of drinks, and I apparently was very generous buying other people drinks, but I'm glad I did it. It was a fun night with friends. So I'm supposed to be taking out $90 for night out. I only have 10 in here, so we're gonna be -80 for this for the rest of the next few weeks, but we will certainly reconcile that by the end of the month. So that is it for the low priority expenses. Now in my high priority sinking funds, emergency is gonna get skipped, car maintenance will get skipped. Home, we're gonna take out this bulk of cash and bring this to the bank, which is so exciting. So all this is gonna be going towards savings. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 1, 200, 250, and 260. 1,260 going to the bank to pay down that personal loan I took against our savings. So that's so exciting. Home will be empty, but we will keep stuffing that through the end of the month. Health, I think we're gonna take money out of, yes. So we were supposed to take out 45 in health. It only has 40, so we'll be -$5 moving forward, but that'll be easily reconciled. Baby, we are going to condense this a little bit. Well, probably a lot of it, to be honest. But I want to take $100 of this back to the bank so that it can continue to accrue interest in our high yield savings account. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And that will go to the bank. So I'm going to put a $100 placeholder in there. Then we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. The rest in cash. So 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. 8,270 in our son's savings account, which is incredible. So that'll go to the bank, which is good. Travel, didn't have anything taken out. Electronics, I needed to take out 15. There's only 10 in here. So we'll take out that and then we'll be -5, but we'll fix that soon. Business, I needed to take 20 out and there was 20 in there. So we're good to go there, back to 0. Birthdays isn't gonna get touched for now. Christmas, we're gonna take $30. I think this is the last of that like pay in 4 I needed for my husband's Christmas gift. So we're gonna take the 40 and put back 10 because that was hopefully the last of that. Debt snowball, we're gonna let continue to accrue. At the end of the month, if I need to utilize that to pay off any of these envelopes that are negative, I'll do that first, but I won't do that until the end of the month. I wanna wait and see if I can adjust my budget enough to not have to touch debt snowball. And then finally, we have Valentine's Day, which we will unstuff for $45, which means we were under budget buying gifts, which is lovely, but just by 5. I would like to point out, as I mentioned, the Nintendo Switch, which was not $50. $50 was our budget this year. My husband just totally blew that out of the water, which is why we're calling the Switch a anniversary gift as well, because that is so ridiculously over budget, but it is a gift for both of us. It is part of our Valentine's Day plans to play Mario Party together and drink a bottle of wine. So it was very sweet of him. So very quickly, I'm gonna count all this cash and then just take a peek at what's left in my envelopes to potentially condense them. And we'll go from there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1,000. Honestly. One, 200. 51, 52, 50. So we had just over 1,900 either going back to the bank or paying down my credit cards from spending this month. If this is the halfway point, so that's incredible. So I wanted to show you quickly how I'm planning on adjusting based on those negative amounts that I have. So this is next week's budget. It's the sample budget I use every week. If you guys are curious about how I do this portion of my budgeting, I'm working on a budget with me, budget 101 type video. So leave a comment down below with the word budget to let me know that you'd be interested in seeing that. But now I'm going through my binders that we were just going through and looking at the categories that are negative currently and seeing if I need to adjust anything for the next 2 weeks. So for example, clothes, I usually budget $10. I went negative 15 for the last 2 weeks. So for the next 2 weeks, I want to budget at least $15 in there to account for that. Especially since I know since I've done my unstuffing that I have bought more clothes. So I know I'm gonna need more money in that account. The next thing in this was eating out. Went negative 115. So at a minimum, I need to put at least 60 in a week to pay off what already went negative. But I'd like to have a little more than that. So I'm just kind of doing some mental math right now to see what makes the most sense. Like, do I want to jump, maybe I'll jump that all the way up to 75. And then that will give me a little bit more if I can manage it. And then I won't have to worry about it going negative at the end of the month too. Ahead here, the only other category that went negative, household went negative, but I budget $5 a week every week, so that went only negative by 5, so I'm actually not worried about that at all. The only thing that went negative was night out, and that is negative 80. So for the next 2 weeks, I need to at least put a minimum of 40. I have no other plans to go out, so I'm not going to worry about upping that anymore. But for the next 2 weeks, I need to put 40 to break even there. So that's how I adjust things as I go. So it's pretty good with these categories, so I'm actually not too worried about that. So instead, I'm just going to really focus in on these 3 categories where I went over budget to not an extreme, but more over budget than I typically would have liked to. And then I typically shoot for $225 in my low priority spending. So I'm still shooting for that same number. I'm just gonna readjust the other numbers to account for the extra $5 here, the extra $25 there, etc. So like for example, I know I'm gonna probably not stuff miscellaneous for the next 2 weeks because I'm gonna put that $5 somewhere else. And that's usually my process in these mid-week check-ins mid-month check-ins to make sure that I stay on track and I don't remain negative for too long. So by the end of the month, I should be at minimum caught up, if not saving in these categories. I hope that helps. So while I condense a little bit, let's talk a bit about budget. Obviously, I went over budget in a couple of places already, which is never fun, but it happens, honestly. I'm gonna do 110. Sorry. Talking and math are not my strong suits. So yeah, I did go over in a couple places I wasn't expecting to. Eating out, I tried to give myself more of a more wiggle room, and I think that wiggle room could have been detrimental to be now blowing that budget again, but now it's even more than it was last month. So I definitely want to see how well I do for the next 2 weeks, and if I can get that back under control. If I can, that's great. If I can't, then I may adjust my budget again to be less money towards eating out so that I am a little bit more restricted. I really wanted to believe that if I gave myself the leeway that I wouldn't take advantage of it, but you know, maybe I can't. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if this is something that you guys struggle with. I don't want to be restrictive because then I feel sad about it. Like, it felt good to be able to order food and not feel bad about it. But at the same time, I don't know, I don't have words right now. I'm still processing it. And then obviously the drinks and eating out or going out was a one-time thing. So I'm not stressed about that by any means. But it would be nice to not spend $100 in one night on drinks, especially if I'm not the one drinking them. I don't know why I was just in a very good mood. I was taking care of my people, which I think is good to do with our money too. But so 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. So let's keep a 10 and 2 5s for 20. Oh, get rid of that yucky 5. Finally, put a 10 down. Eating out is good. Gifts, 10, 20, 25, 30. So let's keep the best 10. Hobbies is empty, household empty, miscellaneous we don't condense, and there we go. Okay. Emergency is 40. Our maintenance can get a 20. Home's now empty. I think baby could get condensed even more. Yeah, let's do 60, 70. So let's keep a 20 and then we'll put a 50 down. Okay, travel can get 10. Electronics is empty, business is empty, birthdays has 40, that should be condensed, 10, and let's just do a 20 in there. So so that is going to be everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know them in the comments down below. And yeah, so here's our stack. I will see you guys. I wish I could keep all this in the next video. Bye guys.